you guys touched on the fact of like, hey, if you're trying to pursue somebody, like seriously pursue them, maybe you should hold off the sex because it's hard to properly communicate. I'm taking all your words and tell me if I'm wrong, right? But you said it's hard to properly communicate with somebody if you having sex with them early because now you don't feel comfortable to tell them like, yo, you did that wrong or I didn't like that. Versus getting to know somebody and then when you do engage intimately, you can tell a person like, yo, like you know Shawn, you know how he gonna respond. So you know how his emotionalism is on a scale of 1 to 10. So I mean, y'all been giving a ton of gems. I want to dive into this second point though, which is, hey, the discipline in y'all marriage is crazy. Like y'all just, like y'all waited until y'all got married to have sex, right? And 7 years in the game with each other and waited. Like so many people, y'all looking at a young couple right now, and I'm looking at a young couple right now. Like y'all young and beautiful and vibrant, but I don't care what age you are. We can learn. I'm learning from this discipline. So I gotta ask y'all a question. What's some tactics? What's some strategies, right, that you would give a person if they're like, hey, okay, Shawn, okay, Shanice, I'm gonna wait until I'm gonna learn this person. This is what y'all talking about. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna actually apply this podcast to my relationship. I'm gonna wait to have sex with this person. I'm gonna wait to get intimate with that person. What are some tactics? What would that look like? And the second question, what if somebody already had sex and now they like trying to slow it down? I know you guys didn't, but what advice would you give that person as well?
I think as a woman, it's like the body empowerment is like really big right now, and like so. But I think that what I take sex as is not what people, or even in college or just growing up on my friends took. Like we view sex as two different things. So like when I met him and we first started like studying or whatever like that, but I'm going over there all the time. I straight up told him, I'm not having sex with you, right? And he wasn't trying to have sex with me. We was straight studying, and it just came like I just wanted to let him know.
She let me know up front.
Off on some, we studying together. You give me the study guide to this test. I'm not having sex with you, right? Because that's people mindset. But I don't think it was even about. Initially, it wasn't about getting to know him first because we were just friends with each other. It was a personal thing. Like my mind is more powerful than my body, and people do it the other way around. Like I don't think people give their mind enough credit. Like if you can mentally tell yourself you can do X, Y, and Z, you can get through it. And for me, it was a mind thing. Like I'm not giving my body to anybody, so it wasn't just him. It was like in college period, that's not what I'm here for.
So you wasn't sexual acting before that either?
I lost my virginity in college, and then I stopped, and period. Like it started and stopped right in the college experience.
So you taking me somewhere. I'm gonna go there since you opened it up. What made you stop? Because like I was in college, right? A lot of our friends were in college. Like, what made you stop?
I just don't think it was, and not the experience was like, I'm not saying the experience was horrible, but for me personally, mentally, I was just like, there's so much other stuff to be doing other than being consumed with somebody sexually. Like that should not be the only thing that's on your mind. Like I think people go through life and they make choices off sexually what they feeling. Because they horny or they feel this, so they gonna do that versus thinking about stuff through. And I was always that person like, I don't want to be a Lifetime movie where all this stuff happening and you catching this and you doing that because y'all move. Like you making choices based off of sexual frustration and all of that. So just for me personally, I was like, I'm cool until I get married because you keep stuff from people when you do that. Like soul ties and stuff I believe in them. So after the first time, I'm like, okay, I could have waited. Like not the experience was bad, but just like mentally, I gave in to somebody else's their desire, like, and that showed to me personally that I wasn't mentally, I wasn't mentally strong enough to go with what I wanted to do was to not have sex, period, until I got married. So when I met him, I'm like, I'm not having, even though because I wasn't giving nobody the time of day on just being friends in college. So to have a male friend in college, I told him straight up, like, just on we studying, I'm not having sex with you, right? So I don't know if that's eventually you're going to try to pursue that, whatever. I'm not doing it.
Hold on. I couldn't articulate that no better. Listen, that was a gem. And I have a segment all the time where I say gem alert, gem alert, gem alert. And this is why. That was so powerful. That was so beautiful. And how you said that. And the gem in that I took away was, you said, and I can't even say it how you said it. You just said it. You said, don't let somebody else desires control you or take over your desires or your mind.
Dictate my movement, yeah.
And then you came back and you doubled down on that and said, hey, a lot of people do it in reverse. You said this first. You said a lot of people do it in reverse. They let their body be more stronger than their mind. Mm-hmm. Instead of, hey, the mind is the most powerful, the strongest thing on the planet. Yeah. So if you can control that, then you can control the body and what you want. But don't let nobody else's desires be stronger than yours. Wow, you gotta put that in the book. You gotta. I'm serious. Like that was. I mean, I just took so much from that. Like I said, like I don't care how old you are. I don't care how long you've been married. I don't care how new you are in the game. You saying that just opened up a whole new perspective for me. And I'm appreciative of that because you just said, hey, you might be letting somebody dictate your pace. And you don't even want that. And so how can you give somebody your all? And how can you be genuinely authentic with somebody if they're dictating your pace? Now you're like a robot. You're just doing what they want you to do.